All right.
You pressed the button.
Yay. All right. So here we are. It's our Thursday tea party. Revised.
No tea today.
Yeah, no tea, just
water. And nature.
Yes. Nature and sun.
Yes.
So if you see like us glowing from beads of sweat because it's a little warm, just roll with it.
Or bugs.
Yeah.
I don't know. There might be bugs.
There might be. There goes one. I just saw one. So it's summer. We kind of had to revise how we typically do stuff. We've got summer camp for Sage. And then Lexi has summer basketball, and
we had to meet in the middle somewhere.
Yeah. So here we are.
Get it all taken care
of. This is one of our favorite parks. I know you come here often.
Yeah.
My family comes here often to walk and run. It's a great park, Minnehaha Park in Sunset Hills.
Yep.
Shout out to them. So we decided we were gonna. I don't know what that was. It was a big bug. We were gonna talk about non-interference, about just how you need to let people, kids, whoever, kind of have their own journey. And while sometimes it's really hard, especially as a parent, to interfere in those.
It's always hard.
Yeah, it is.
Always hard. I'm just gonna say it's always hard.
Yeah. To not jump in. And I think also this kind of stemmed from, we have a lot of people who come into the office and say, oh my gosh, I told so-and-so, like my neighbor about you guys because she's experiencing migraines, but I don't know, she's not calling you, she's not coming in. And it's kind of like, well, that's, as much as you want to help someone, it's not your job to
manage it.
Yeah. You can give them the message. You can say, hey, this is what I've experienced by coming in. This is how much better I feel. These are some of their testimonies, and leave it at that, and then it's up to them to go about their journey.
Right. And have their own experience in it. I mean, when we're talking about parenting, especially, it's hard. It's hard to watch your kids and not project onto them. So again, not interfere with something. I just know I had this conversation recently in regards to Sage, and watching Sage handle something that as parents we can helicopter and think that we are managing something appropriately so that everybody's feelings involved are managed.
Right.
Don't say that to that kid, or don't, and they'll figure it out. They will figure it out.
Yeah.
It gives our kids voice, just like it would anybody else.
Right.
Anybody else going through their own experience, and if they're asking, by all means, give it, or ask permission to give a suggestion.
Oh, I love that.
But don't just interfere on it.
Right.
And a lot of times when we can just separate ourselves from knowing, it's knowing within us that, okay, this is my own deal, especially talking with, kids or maybe family members that are struggling in some way or something like that. This is my deal. What I have in control is just me. They have to do their own walk.
Yes.
They have to go their own way, have their own experience, or else we don't learn. We just don't learn as human beings until we experience it for ourselves. And again, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard, but it teaches us something too. It teaches us, maybe when we're triggered by something, or where we have our own work to do.
Right.
And where we hold our judgments, and where we're hesitant, where we have fear. I know that's what I go through.
Yeah. Oh, no. I 100% agree.
Yeah. When I was like, oh, Oh, why do I have to bite my tongue on this? There's bugs. Sorry. um, and what does it hold for me? You know, what is the lesson for me when I am just wanting to jump in and be the problem solver for somebody else?
Mm-hmm.
You know. So.
Well, and I think also sometimes we find it's a lot easier to solve someone else's problems than it is to solve our own problems.
Oh man, yeah.
Getting deep.
That, you know, that deep look into the mirror at ourselves. Whoa, that's one of the hardest ones,
Yeah.
I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and often I think what we're critical of in other people is exactly what we know we have to work on.
Yeah.
If we're getting honest about it. So that's where there should be interference. Introspection. Interfere with yourself.
Yeah, interfere with yourself, not interfere with others.
When you notice that. Yeah. I want to believe that I'm really, really, I am. I'm a good person. However, I'm human, and there will be times where I look at a situation or people involved with something, and my judgment comes first. And I go, oh, is that how I would want somebody to immediately react or respond to me? They don't know the whole story.
Sure.
So that whenever I find myself passing judgment on another person or a situation, I now will stop and go, hang on, what is this about me?
Mm-hmm.
And again,
which shows a lot of growth. You know,
it does. It
Yeah.
does. I think there's a maturity in that, and there's just an authenticity in saying, I am that person too.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I see there, what's triggering me, that's because that's in me too.
Yeah.
And so again, not interfering with that person's situation, and just turning it inward.
Yeah.
How did this start yesterday? Oh,
We were just talking about someone jumping in and trying to decide what is right for someone else. Right?
or even in a business plan.
Sure.
Yeah, what's already established and what's working well, and and then people.
Yeah.
Sometimes people jump in and go, oh, well, have you thought about this, because it's what would work better for them.
Mm-hmm.
However, when you have already successfully abided by a particular structure,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that every time you divert from that,
Mm-hmm.
it is not successful. Again, that's thanking someone for their input, and
Mm-hmm.
just
Well, and I think that also comes back to, I know we kind of had talked about, we're not for everyone, and everyone is not for us. Like, you're not always going to get along with everyone, and you're not always going to like everyone, and everyone's not always going to like you, and that is totally okay.
oh,
Doesn't mean that
it hurts, but
I know.
it's okay. But it is what it is.
sorry, there was a bug on me.
It's a big one.
But I didn't see it. I could just
I know.
feel it crawling on me. But that it's okay if someone doesn't like you, and to be okay with that, and just let it go. Like, I'm not going to change who I am, so you may or may not like me. Like, this is who I am, like it or not.
Right, because what happens is we inevitably just shapeshift for every situation that we're in, and we don't hold ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And then if we're talking about interference, then we're constantly bombarded by interference because we can't tune into who we really are, and
Right.
we're always trying to make ourselves be what each situation and every scenario is,
Right.
out. However, we need to shift and mold
Yeah.
ourselves to that. So,
Well, and then that goes back to what we talked about a couple weeks ago about boundaries, like just creating your boundaries and sticking to them.
and non-interference is recognizing that other people have theirs as well.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they align with yours or not, and that is not for us to determine
Yes.
in other people, and
Mhm.
that can be really, really difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that's a challenge for us, and that's always an invitation for us to introspect about, again, why we're triggered by something.
Mhm.
Or maybe just applauding ourselves that we do hold our own boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
And we can let people, again, have their own journey, have their own
Yeah.
walk, experience their own path.
Yes.
Even if we see that they're suffering sometimes. But that's their
Yeah.
choice, too.
Yeah.
It is another person's choice to suffer if that
Mhm.
is what they choose. And there's some quote out there that says, no matter if you choose strength or suffering or, wellness or illness, it all takes the same amount of effort
Mm-hmm.
to decide where you're going to be. And
Yeah.
ultimately, that is each individual's choice.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
we have to do our part to stay within our bounds and not project and interject and interfere with them.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
So what else?
I mean, there's always more, but I am really sweating a lot. So my hair is stuck to the back of my neck. Not to complain, it's beautiful out, but it's hot. It's hot out
Sticky.
here. It is.
It's sticky.
But
And
so I
at
don't.
any moment we're going to be inundated with kids
Yeah.
because we're near a playground.
Which we do love kids, but
So it'll get loud.
yeah. So
They will interfere with what we have going on.
even if we don't want them to.
Yes.
So we'll wrap it up on that, I guess.
We'd love to know your thoughts.
Yes.
Especially, parents or anyone who's in a situation where maybe they are having to be caregivers for their own parents, or but there's stories on that, and
Yeah.
we'd love to hear them. Share with us.
Yes. And then next Thursday, I don't know how that's gonna work just yet.
I know.
So
we gotta.
I will be out of town cheering on my son, who's playing a regional soccer tournament.
Woo-hoo.
Yes. So go Oakville United.
Yeah, you may find us on a separate Zoom call.
Oh
together.
yeah. See, I was thinking
So-
that might be a good idea.
Anyway, we're thinking out loud here.
Yes, right. So I think that's it for
Yeah.
today. We're gonna get in our air-conditioned cars.
I'm grateful.
I know.
Grateful.
First world problems right there.
Oh, yeah. And go to
Um,
our secure jobs. So,
Yes, yes.
Grateful.
But so enjoy the day. It is beautiful out, even though it's quite toasty. So enjoy it. Get your vitamin D.
Yeah. Move your body.
Yep. And we will see you in some form next week. We'll see what that looks like.
Maybe with iced tea.
Oh.
We need to be more prepared for these
I know.
on location things.
I know.
So, anyway, everyone have a blessed week.
Yes.
Take care of yourselves. Take care of others.
Yep.
Choose kindness.
All right.
All right.
Oh, I hit the stop button, right? Don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's yours.
Okay. All right.
Our
All right.
orientation is all off.
Yes.
So,
Have a good one, and we will
care.
see you next week.
all right.
All right.
Bye.